So there's about 16 weeks till Final Fantasy 16 is released. Really, really good timing. I love that. I am quite excited because there's 45 minutes of gameplay that they've just released. So we're gonna sit down, relax, and just watch the chaos unfold. And yeah, that was a Stranger of Paradise reference, and I know that this is Final Fantasy 16 and not related at all, but it is what it is. So we've got Clive, Torgal, and Sid.
We should stop the dungeons. They may be holding the bearers there.
They are after the dominant of fire that's been held captive.
On this side of the bars.
Oh, damn! Sid, was that your voice?
They're all
Sid.
empty.
And you're gonna give up?
Sid's got quite a raspy voice.
Sid, this gate.
Need some help.
Okay, so I assume this is at the start of the game because there's tutorials, but I could be completely wrong. They could be
What do you think?
active time events. It's nice that they've added those in. These tutorials could be added just because they were sent out to people to review. I know it did say that it was subject to change, but heck. I assume this is at the beginning. I want to see more of Torgal.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
Unfortunately, yes.
Ooh, first taster of combat, maybe? Yeah. There's always so much to look at the screen, and I've watched all the, I want to say tutorials, but it's not. I've watched all the trailers so far. Hold on. Loot. Okay. I understand tutorials, but I don't understand fully when they put tutorials for like, oh, guild will be obtained automatically, you don't need to press any buttons. It's like, we'll figure that out as we go along. We don't really need a tutorial for that. Maybe for changing icons, limit breaks, lifting doors. Yeah, I get that, but items will be collected automatically.
Where to next?
Like, I don't know. I was expecting somebody to be on the other side of the door who wasn't
This
Clive.
only leads to more royalists. We'd better find another one.
Clive, what the fuck was that? What was that? He was just like, hello. I can't even do it. Who do we ask when we don't know where to go? Sid. Torgal. Oh my god. Okay, I was wrong. Torgal's such a good boy. He's the best boy. I feel like Torgal's equivalent to Angelo from Final Fantasy VIII. And a little bit like Shadow.
Bloody shit.
Sorry. Interceptor, not Shadow. From Final Fantasy VI. I had to think about that one.
Well, we found the Imperial garrison.
The best of
And one
boys.
the Royalists left.
Even though I'm sure that Angelo's a female dog. I could be wrong. Okay. That's a lot. Like, so far there's been so many tutorials.
They're everywhere.
So that's interesting wording. Attuned icons. So how do you attune to an icon? Like, this can't be right at the start then, if you've already attuned to 3 different icons. I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point. I can't believe how much there is to look at. It looks like we're commanding Torgal on the bottom left. If we can get him to heal, savage, sick, I don't know.
Welcome back, Lord.
And then there's quite a few different icon abilities to choose from. So we've got party members, but from what our text just read is that you can't really control them. But I guess Torgal isn't really a party member. He's the best boy. He's the best boy. Stagger. Okay, so if you've played the later or earlier Final Fantasies, when I say later, I mean like Final Fantasy 13 onwards, most of them have stagger, so nothing really new there. But the graphics are very pretty. Like, I will say, the combat graphics are very pretty, but it's not the same as being able to actually, like, feel the buttons, because they could be a little bit janky, they could be slow. Like, you don't know until you play it, but it looks pretty. So that's a double thumbs up for me. I feel like such a weeb. It's quite interesting as well that there's no like battle music, it's just ongoing music that it makes, I don't know. The music is interesting. Like, very interesting.
Measures, were you, Benedicta? These poor sods didn't know what hit them.
It feels like there's an urgency, but it's only like
After them.
I can't get my words out. I'm listening to the conversation as well, but it feels like regal, but also like you're on a timer and you've got to get stuff done. Okay. So you can't attack somebody if they're blocking from straight ahead. You've got to attack from behind or use abilities, which is fair enough, I guess. It makes combat more interesting. I do miss, and I know I'm gonna get hate for this, but I do miss turn-based combat. But I understand how it wouldn't really work with this game, but I do miss it. And it makes me want to buy and play Octopath Traveler. Because I'm pretty sure that is turn-based. I do like how sometimes you have to be strategic in this game, and you've got to be aware if somebody's like using a shield. Not that I can really see the shields, because I don't think I've seen one, but they're blocking. They're definitely blocking. So you've got to be a bit wary what they're doing. If you've got to attack from behind or use abilities, and you can't just attack straight onwards. And I'm assuming that the boss battle is going to be harder. I could be wrong. It could just be the same sort of combat, which would be a bit boring, but if I know Yoshi, he's probably going to have some Final Fantasy 14 magic in there. And I don't mean the actual magic, I mean like, oh no, there's a giant sword coming at you. Need to block it with a shield.
Then Great Grieger must have plans for us.
Sid's voice is all, like, it's raspy and I like it. I like it. Why did the music stop? Uh-oh.
What the hell happened here? Little late for prayer, isn't it?
Do I seem so desperate as to grovel at the feet of a false god? I was waiting for you.
Not for
Her
too long,
accent's
I hope.
interesting.
All this for a midnight chat. Well, let's chat then. Where are the men and women you took from Lostwing?
You mean where's the dominant? Well, you shall be requiring his services indefinitely. Come back to me, Sidolphus. I need you. Think of all the things we can create together. The
Interesting.
world that we can build.
You need me. Your king needs me. I'm all for building a new world. Just not his. That bastard's dreams are as twisted as his promises are false. And I want no part of them.
King Barnabas saved you, and this is how you speak of him. Have you no shred of loyalty?
What? To a leader who'd use me? Like he uses you.
I need to know more.
Nothing of me, Sidolphus.
You're right.
Tell me more.
I don't know
You're
who
right.
you are anymore.
Oh, that's gonna sting.
I only know what you used to say. That you were tired of running. That you just wanted to be free. Free of it all. You weren't lying to me then, so what changed? What made you think you had to sacrifice who you were to get what you wanted?
Sacrifice. I use my talents to my advantage, and you would tell me there is shame in that?
If there's no shame, then why do you feel so sorry for yourself?
A rousing speech, Lord Commander. I was a fool to believe you might have changed.
This is
The only
interesting.
person I feel sorry for is you! I can't do this anymore.
Side note, I quite like her yellow nail polish. It's quite pretty.
If you would stand between our liege and his dream, then you leave me no choice. Goodbye, Sidolphus.
Those graphics are nice. I have so many questions. It's really, really, really nice to see that they have history and like backgrounds together. And that must have hurt deep when it's like, what have you done? What have you become? Oof. They look so badass when they're like half transformed. It looks so good! I have questions though, like, what has the king done? What is his plan? What's happened? I need to know! I gotta know! I gotta say, Sid, he looks so sick. He looks good. It's like a half icon, half dominant. It looks really cool. Wait, why is there so many Garudas? That's gotta have hurt. Oh, roll out the way. I like that statue.
Finish them.
I thought that Garuda had like cloned herself, or it was like an ability of hers.
Well,
There's
Sid.
two of them. Now I have more questions. Are they dominants who transformed into icons? Are they people or are they monsters? Are they just like random monsters that she's able to control because she is like an icon and icons can control monsters? I don't know. I have no idea.
This time.
I want to know how long, like what's happened between Sid and Benedicta. They must have known each other for years before the king came along. Ooh. Double trouble. Oh, active time battle. Okay. What's active time event? I don't know what it's called in this game, but active time. Nice. I like the fact that they're using it in battle. I think that it might get a bit stale if they use it too much during gameplay and battle though. But if it's for boss battles, yeah, I'm down for that. Especially if it gets faster as you go along. There's like literally so much going on the screen, and it's really hard to get a proper feel for the game unless you're playing it. And I know that sounds really dumb, but it looks so pretty that it could be janky as all heck. But I am so looking forward to this game. I can't imagine it being janky because they put a lot of time and effort into it. But I can't say it looks like the best game because I can't physically play it. It looks so good. Like the abilities just look very, very pretty. There's so many flashy lights and colours, and this active time events, and I want to play. It just makes me want to play it. There's like 16 weeks left. 16 weeks, and then I get to like just hold it in my hands and play it. Spoils. Okay. That's interesting. So it automatically gives you stats. I was going to say stacks. It automatically gives you stats. Oh my god, I can't get my words out. So it's not like Final Fantasy X, where you get to choose through a sphere grid or anything. I did quite like that in 10. Oh yeah, I forgot about Sid. There's no way he's dead though, because he's like on all the webpage and stuff.
Right. Do I look alright?
He's fine. Just a bit of jam. He looks really worse for it, actually.
Benedicta will be on her way to collect the Dominant, if she hasn't already. You can't afford to let them leave. Remember, she has wings, you don't.
What about you?
Before or after I catch my breath.
Sorry.
He's got such a dry sense of
Come on,
humour.
Torgal.
I'm actually quite liking the Sid character. Quite like Benedicta too as well. I know she's like the villain of the story, but I quite like
I
her.
confess I expected more from the old man. And less from you. This is the second time you've bested my sisters. Men of your talents are rare indeed. Why cost your lot with such undesirables? If it is the hearth you long for, you will find more than enough warmth under my wings.
Wow.
You know exactly what I want. Hand over the Dominant, and I'll leave you in peace.
Makes sense.
You would dare to make demands of me. Know
Oh.
your place, little lamb.
Look at those
Who is the
graphics.
shepherd who heeds every bleat of the flock? And I will suffer yours no longer.
I couldn't.
Must
I have
spell
no
it
idea
out
what she
with
just
a
said.
blinded? No one is listening. No one at all. Ah!
She has an interesting accent,
Come, little lamb.
but the way she walks is so distracting. I really like her character. That was like
Not this time.
badass and sexy and like a villainess. But I feel like she's not a villain. I feel like she's got her own thing going on.
This time.
Her outfit is pretty cool. When I was looking at it on the website, I thought that it looked quite boring, but in action, with the inner parts of her called like glistening as she walks, it's subtle and I like it. I like it a lot. I'm hoping with all the items that we picked up as well that we're able to like craft or create something like a weapon or new armor, and it changes in game, because that would be really, really cool. Like, oh. If the sword and armor doesn't change throughout because there's time skips and it's relevant to the time skips, I'm going to be really disappointed. I'm hoping that Clive's armor changes throughout. I don't know if I want to fight to this music or dance.
Task again.
Oh. Oh. I don't think I'll be able to fight Garuda or Benedicta. With wings, she's just so distracting. Like it's so pretty that like angel-esque wings. I know they're Garuda wings, but they look like angel wings. They're so big and fluffy. Good boy, Torgal. Oh!
There's no one to save you now.
Like, I still like her, but how dare you do that to the dog? Like, he's fine because he's fighting alongside us right now, but like, that is horrible. Podushka. Timely support accessories. Oh, phase 2. Nice. Okay, so I've kind of missed that in... I know that she's not like the final boss, but this gives me hope, right? Because in the last 3 Final Fantasies, there's not really been like a lot of phases to bosses. There's been like 1 or 2 phases, and I don't mean the bosses throughout, I mean the final boss. Usually in the older games there's like 4 or 5 phases, because Final Fantasy VIII you've got like Ultimisia, Grieva, True Ultimisia, there's quite a few. And I'm hoping that Final Fantasy XVI has that. I'm really, really hoping that there's like a 4 or 5 phase boss battle, like, and each phase gets harder and harder and harder, and oh my god, that's one of the things I'm really hoping for in this game. I'm also wondering who the main villain's gonna be. Because usually it's like, oh, it's the Eikon or the god, so maybe it's gonna be Ifrit, and Clive's gotta fight against Ifrit. Maybe it's like Bahamut or Phoenix. I don't know. Ooh. That's interesting. I quite like that she's interacting with the buildings. That's cool. I like that. I'm down for that. But she's using the surroundings around her to attack.
Stay down.
The music is like so like go fight, and then relaxed. I can't get over it. I just, it's so subtly good. So I'm assuming this is the limit break, because I saw it pop up on the screen for like a split second. Limit break deactivates. Yeah. But like the music is, it's not distracting enough to take away from being able to focus on the game. But because I'm not actually playing the game, I can actually listen to the music and be like, what the heck? So sometimes it feels like you have to go fast and you gotta fight with everything that you have, and then sometimes it feels like an elegant dance. And I really like that. It's so subtle. I also like, I know that they just mentioned something roughly like that on the screen, but I really like that you have to think about the moves that you're gonna use, like Phoenix closing in on the gap and then switching to like Titan to block, or whatever you're gonna do, but you have to think about it. Oh. I'm seeing like elements of Final Fantasy XIV in there. With the dodge mechanics. It's good to know that you can stagger the actual bosses as well as mini bosses though. Very useful to know. I want to know what words they're actually saying when they're singing along. Deadly Embrace. Oh, Toggle to save the day again! I didn't know Toggle could even do that.
That'll help.
I feel like it's gonna be the finishing scene in a second. They've staggered her. Or maybe not. It's so mesmerizing watching like all the skills that the enemies watch it, like using pop up on the screen as well. I don't know why I thought I thought that would do more damage than what it did. I'm like watching the HP gauge and it's going down quite slowly, which makes sense because you're supposed to stagger him, but very interesting. We got this. This is the end. This has got to be the end of this battle, right? It's got to be. Limit break. Yes. They've put lyrics to the victory tune. I didn't catch what I said. But there was lyrics. What?
You are but a branded. How? How did you do it? How did you even survive? How?
The answer is simple, Benedicta. He was fighting for something he believed in.
Shut up! Why aren't you dead?
We've played your games. Now tell me where he is.
Who? What are you?
Oh wait, what's going on? What are you? Not who are you, what are you? So, is he taking her icon? Will she no longer be a dominant? I'm so confused. She seems fine though. Oh my god, Clive not so much. Oh my god, I want to know what happens next! Is this the next scene, or is this like a time skip? I don't know. I want to know what happens next. Plus, the last scene that we just watched, their voice acting was also good. Like, everyone's voice acting was so good. No.
Wait! Clive. What's that?
The Dominant. The man who killed my brother.
That
Are
doesn't...
you absolutely certain?
I've seen him every night for the past 13 years. Watched as the flames of his icon took Joshua.
Ow! I'm here! And so's Torgo!
Feel so sorry for Sid. Every 2 minutes he's just getting hit by like statues or stones.
Go! Sid!
Forgive me.
Like, in my head this doesn't make sense now. It's just completely wrecked my whole theory, because I put Clive's face over the hooded figure's face, and their faces lined up perfectly and their mouth lined up perfectly. Who could that be? Like, if it's not Clive, because I honestly thought it was Clive, like he's got like a split personality or something, but if Sid has also seen him, that makes no sense. None. It's wrecked my theory completely. I've got so many questions. It's like, why is the king, or Barnabas, I'm not entirely sure if his name was Barnabas or Barnaby, I think it was Barnabas. But why is the King Barnabas, like, what is his main goal? Why has Sid run away and no longer following the king or Benedicta? Is this Benedicta? Because I'm sure Clive stole her powers or stole something from her. Or is this another dominant that is also hosting Garuda? Is there two Garudas, same as there's two Ifrits? Or is it one person? So many questions. Who is the hooded, figured guy? I don't know. And I need to play the game and find out. And I've got 16 weeks to wait. That's way too long. Unless they show us now. But I can't imagine them giving that away this early, like, before the game's out. 45 minutes of gameplay is a lot of time.
You called me! Why?
I need to see, just tilt your face. See, that was the same... In the trailer, that was the same cutscene where we see the hooded guy, right? And I put Clive's face over and it matched exactly. And I know a lot of the characters have similar, like, shaped faces, but I can't figure out who it is. I put everybody else's face on there and none of them matched like Clive's did. I'm like 90% sure that we've seen this cutscene in one of the previous trailers. But we've seen parts of it at least. I assumed it was Benedicta, but if he's taken her power then maybe it's not. Maybe it's somebody else.
Where is the dominant? Not this time.
It's so cool, guys. I still love the combat. It's strange how there's no toggle as well to help. You've just got to rely on potions, strength tonics, and stone skin, which I assume is like defense then. It's the same music again. So now I'm curious if they're using this music just for the trailer or if this is actually in the game. I feel like it could be actually in the game. And maybe it's Garuda's theme, but I don't know, I'm guessing at this point, and my guesses are terrible. It's literally like, do you want to fight, or do you want to dance? Because sometimes fighting is described as dancing. It's like an elegant dance between two people. It's such a small platform to fight on, though. Considering how big Garuda is. I'm surprised you can see anything with all her, like, abilities going off. I feel like I shouldn't be watching this. I feel like I shouldn't be watching this at all. Oh. Damage. It reminds me of like a fishing hook and fishing line. Come here! Get over here, Garuda! Got you! There is no way that Clive, in his current form, can defeat Garuda in her full form. No way. But like Benedicta said, what are you? Not who are you. That really stood out to me. What are you? Did he just get her eye? Oh, okay, this could be the end for Garuda. The music's so chill again. It's not as if there's a massive fight going on. You just cut off her claw! Oh, they have the ability to regenerate their limbs. That's interesting. What's happened? I didn't even watch her HP. I was too busy entranced in that music. And like, oh, you can cut off her claws. Ooh. Okay. I do like the fact that after boss battles you get like special items. Oh, she's gone. That's not how it played out in the trailer though. I'm sure there was like a secondary phase. Plus the clouds and the storm hasn't stopped. Suspicious. Yeah. Yeah, this is from the trailer. I remember this part. I like rewatched this part like 5 times.
A monster. And I will not let you stand in my way!
This is different. Ifrit. Yeah. Because from the previous trailers we kind of worked out that there's 2 Ifrits. The hooded guy and his Ifrit, and Clive and his Ifrit. But I was adamant. I was adamant they were the same person, but I'm not so sure Sid has seen the hooded guy now. I don't know. I have no idea. I've just got questions that need answering. Looks so... Honestly, it just looks like a cinematic masterpiece right now. Like, it's... everything is so big and bold and just... the colours, the contrast, everything just pops and it just looks so dramatic and I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Oh. Now the real fight begins. Eikon versus Eikon. This is going to be the first full combat Eikon versus Eikon fight that we've seen. I know that we saw it in the previous trailers. We saw a bit of combat between them, but like, I want to see if there's any like special active time events. So like Garuda earlier or Benedict as Garuda, like half Garuda, like throwing buildings into Clive. I want to know if there's anything like that in here. And that's my question answered. That's my question answered straight away. It feels like Ifrit's moving way too slow. For an Eikon, he's not the fastest. Oh, I didn't even notice that until I read the text. But the attacks are different. Even the button like layouts are completely different. Attack, fireball, lunge, evade. There's no longer like little icons you can choose and move. It's just completely different, the layout. I don't know why I was expecting it to dodge that. Strong. That's quite interesting that the producers wanted to make it feel like a pro wrestling match. I can see what they mean, but I don't think it is. I feel like it's more like an elegant sword fight than a pro wrestling match. Because if you time everything right, it is quite elegant. From what I can see anyway, because whoever's playing this is doing a really good job. They're dodging things very, very well, and they're attacking at the right times, they're staggering. They're doing a good job, and I don't know if that's part of the demo, or if that is what people had to report on, if it was like a set thing. It's cool. I feel like when you know what she's gonna do, the fight is gonna be easy. Because it feels like she's doing the same moves on repeat, apart from maybe some quick time events. This is cool. I feel like more like I'm watching a film than a game play out. Gruda's design is really nice. Then again, so is Ifrit's. I'm just awestruck, honestly. It feels like an opening cutscene to a game, to a really epic game. It doesn't feel like a fight. And I'm saying that probably because I haven't got a controller in my hand playing it. But just watching it, it looks like they've put so much time and effort into these boss fights that there's like mini CGIs in between. Like, Ifrit has just lost his arm. That is brutal. Like, she is smushing his face in right now with her claws. Oh god. Ah, I like that. It's so gross, but I like it. When they grow their limbs back, the bones grow first, and then the muscle and the skin. It's accurate, but like, that is disgustingly good. Rip her arm off. Oh, leg. Rip her leg. Yes, there's my boy. Gotta get revenge for her ripping your arm off, right? Do it. It's so brutal. Oh, I don't think I could ever get used to that. I feel like they could have actually made a CGI movie out of this storyline and the characters and the animations. I'm so glad that they made it as a game. I can't believe they brought that back. I used to love doing that in Final Fantasy VIII. Spamming the summon button as fast as you could so that they get more strength. And I know that you don't get more strength, it's just more attacks, so technically it is, but I'm so glad they've added that in. That is, like, apart from Triple Triad, one of my favourite things in Final Fantasy VIII. That was really interesting. I could have just carried on watching that for life, honestly. It was so good. At least they weren't fighting in the town, right? Right?
Control it, Kai!
I completely forgot about Sid. I forgot about Sid and Torgal. He's still going!
Stop this! Now!
I guess Sid is gonna stop Clive from killing Benedicta / Gruda. Oh wait, are we gonna see Ramu or Ruma? I can never pronounce his name. For an old guy, that design is nice. I like his shoulder piece.
I said stop!
Oh my god, look how much detail is in that. Oh no, I want to see. I felt like I was literally watching. I literally felt like I was watching a movie. I didn't want it to end. I've got so many questions, and I'm so glad that we got to see Ramu. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, and I've been playing games for years, like Final Fantasy games. I have been playing them for years and years and years, and I still have no idea how to pronounce half the summon names, because whenever I learn to pronounce something, like Tidus, it's Tidus, and it's like, stop, Square Enix, stop. But I'm really glad that we got to see him, and I've got loads of questions, like, were Benedict and Cid once a thing? Was he like a mentor figure? Was he a father figure? Was he a lover? Or was he just like a general army and she was under him? Were they just friends? How far does it go back? When was the king involved? Who is the hooded guy? Does he also have the power to control Ifrit? Is it actually Clive? I don't think it is anymore, but I still gotta ask the question. Like, is that the first time that Clive has summoned Ifrit or Ifrit? I don't know. There's so many questions that I need answered, and we need to wait 16 weeks to find out. So I am very excited. I'm going to be streaming that. So hopefully it arrives on time and I don't have to wait like a week or so after everybody else has had theirs, because I know that the Square Enix shop can be a little bit slow at times, but fingers crossed it arrives on time, because I don't think I can deal with all the spoilers beforehand. So thank you very much for watching. For anybody who stuck around for this long, I know that it was like a really, really long gameplay trailer, but I appreciate it so much, and I look forward to buying the game. Let me know who your favourite summon is and what order you pre-ordered, if you've pre-ordered Final Fantasy XVI so far. So I will catch you soon. Bye.